I'm back. I am back. Yes, I'm back. Of course, I'm back. Like, where else would I be? Well, look, there are so many places that I was, and it was not here. Um, it was a little bit of everywhere. I'm not gonna. I can't even. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. Let me go ahead and open up. Let me make sure we got the right title. We're very close to on time. Um, but then again, what is on time if I haven't been here for a minute, right? Asia, where have I been? I don't know. Anyway, I am Asia, the Soulful Creatrix. I have been everywhere. This is me coming back to the active devotion that I skipped for like 2 weeks, maybe three. I don't know because, again, time, I don't know what that is. Okay, time is not my friend. Um, During the time that I was gone, I did complete a shamanic divination course, and I spoke to a rock, a piece of earth, which told me, and the message was funny because it was like, no, time is something that humans made up, and I don't understand it. And I was like, awesome, because I don't understand it either. It's not really something that I work, well with, but I'm doing it. Okay. And that's what matters. So I am here. I am Asia, the soulful creatrix. Hello, Sky. Gaia, the soulful creatrix. And I am back. We're going to say back. A lot happened. Okay. It was a summer thing. It was just, there was just a lot, you know, I had a lot going on. I had my kid here with me, so there was that. My dog passed away. Things kind of got darker. Tanky baby here. There's Tanky baby. He's been kind of sad as well. I've not had to deal with um typically a depressed or sad dog before, and so that was something new for me to work on. Um, let's see, I started the sound healing workshop series, and then I, of course, had I've had several sound baths, and oh goodness, oh, and then I started doing some creating. I was in a creative mode, and while in that creative mode, it was quite hard for me to get, how do I want to say it? Um, Sometimes I get into a creative mode and then everything kind of like shuts off. So I was in a creative mode because something says create a mala bead collection. I wanted to have a collection of mala beads for my pop-up shop because I'm still doing a pop-up shop. I'm still doing a pop-up shop. Until I am told otherwise, I'm doing a pop up shop. Something I've never done, something that has scared the out of me. I'm doing it. That's why I signed up for it because it scared the out of me. So I'm doing it. Um, that's that. Hello to Facebook. Hello to YouTube. Hello to Instagram. Um, yeah, I think that that's it. I'm Asia, the Soulful Creatrix. I am basically here on this planet at this time to help creatives and empaths with this sacred journey as far as coming back to awakening self and oneness with your true aligned self and the creative process that is through soul alchemy. That's pretty much what I am doing, and that's what I've been doing. I am a sound healer, so I have a personal practice where people call me up or they make an appointment through my website. We talk through whatever they're going through. It's not really curing, it's healing. And I'm doing a whole video on the difference between the two. But it's been a journey for me as well as I am learning to manage my energy while helping others through their energy. This is the first full year that I have been doing this professionally. Um, and when I was doing it not professionally, there was um, there was a lot more leeway, um, as far as me being able to manage how much energy I'm putting in versus how much energy comes back out. So I am grateful that I'm learning the lessons. This is what I'm here for. I've learned I did come through to learn some valuable lessons in this journey, and so I'm learning them. If you really need to know more about me, I am a Scorpio rising, a Leo moon, and a Virgo. I mean, I'm a Scorpio sun, a Leo moon, and a Virgo rising. Okay, which is why I do spend a lot of time just sad that I did not do it right. Whatever it is, that will be me. I will be like, I don't know. I don't know if I did it right. So that's my shadow side right there, is making sure it was done right. Whatever it is, it could be anything. Whatever it is, I'm just gonna try to make sure I did it right. That's that. So there's that. I'm also a 4/6 mental projector, which means that this is really the only time that I come through. I'm gonna like sounding board. I'm using YouTube as a sounding board, basically. Um, Putting things out there. If it resonates with you, then I'm glad that it's resonating with you. If it doesn't, then I say chuck it in the the bucket, and go on about your life. But I also find things that I am learning, things that are coming to me that I'm learning, that I'm doing my deep dives on. So previously, I did like a month and a half, maybe even 6 weeks, a month and a half or 6 weeks of human design deep diving, and what that meant in my spiritual journey and how I could incorporate it. I did a deep dive into my Pluto and darker shadow work. Sorry, you guys missed the light work, because July was a lot of light work, getting into that Leo, getting into the sun, getting into the summer months. So it was a lot of focusing on that confidence and all of that spiciness, right? Um, Sorry you missed it. Hopefully you saw me at a sound bath and we got to talk about it. Um, I say go for that. My sound baths, all of the ways to find me personally, are available on my website, which is www.iamaliacia.com. I'm sure it's linked somewhere wherever you're seeing this. You can find it there. You can book me. You can book me for speaking. We can talk. You can do a divine path reading. We can do any type of sound healing. I'll do tuning forks. I'll do an energy healing. Not necessarily Reiki, but I list it as Reiki. It's Reiki-esque at this point, because in my shamanic practice, I've just learned to incorporate. It's like a gumbo. Okay, so it's all over the place. All right. The thing that I do, it's a conglomeration of a bunch of different things. All right. Why? Because I'm not a box. I'm not a label. I'm not really big on those things. So I'm not gonna say it's Reiki. I'm not gonna say it's Amadeus, shamanic healing, or anything like that, from one specific space. Okay. It's just how the energy flows through me. That's what we're calling it now. I don't have a name for it. I tried. I tried to come up with a name. Ain't no name. So that's that. Um, that being said, 10 minutes in, right? We're 10 minutes in. That was like all intro, because I've been gone. I was gone. What do you want? I was gone. That being said, um, what we'll do today is I would like to talk today about what I read in. I completed a book called Inside the Body of God. And there was something that really resonated with me that I wanted to be able to just like get out there today. Um, and I think after that, I will do any mini readings. If you have a question, then you can put your question in the chat. and I will, because I did not get any questions via email. I didn't tell anybody I was going to be on today though, so there's also that. Um, but if you're on and you're seeing this and you're live, then I say put the question in the chat and I will do the reading, a little mini reading for you. And then I'll do, outside of that, I'll do just readings based off of the elementals for this week. Let me see if there's anything else that I have going on. Sound healing workshop has started, and I am almost in love with the idea that new people show up with their instrument, with their a bowl or a drum or something that they've been working with, and they're kind of like at a plateau, and getting to come together and figure out getting over that plateau and practicing the art of throwing your intention with your instrument and getting your intention to ride the wave. So that's what we have going on. That's Tuesdays. Again, check the website, check the calendars. It's there. You have to get a ticket. And the reason you have to get a ticket is because I have to pay somebody for the space. So if I had my own space, I probably wouldn't even charge. Really, not I don't know that I would. I don't know. I mean, I like to say that if I had my own, I would do everything for free, and everything would just be free and open. But I don't know. I don't know. As long as I'm able to eat and enjoy my sanctuary here, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? But I have to pay for it. So you got to buy the ticket. That way I know you're coming and I get to pay the person for the use of their space. Great space. We were in it last week. It's got great energy. I really liked it. So there's that. Also, the courses are still on the creatrix.academy. That's literally the name of the website, the creatrix.academy. um, so we still have divination for non-witches, which now has a journal that you can purchase on Amazon, um, Amazon Books, right? So, an additional journal for divination, if that is something that you're into. I've been using my divination journal so that I could like practice with it. I normally use like I have, you know, uh, a planner, and so when I put my stuff into my planner, then I can go back and look at it and it's like all in one. But I have a journal. I'm considering actually creating like a planner that has divination space in it, like so that you can put what your reading was, how it felt like in your planner pages. That would be awesome. I'm thinking about that, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, divination for non-witches is there on in the academy. The 21 days of finding you, still a free course, still free journal prompts in there. Answering those questions that we don't really want to answer is very helpful to you. I say go for it. Um, and then our Monday morning meditations, our Friday Q&A, that's all in there. It's something that I think we can grow as a community. So check it out. Okay, so what did I see? What did I read in the Inside the Body of God book? First of all, I like the book. I don't have, shoot, I did not I have the book in hard form, but I did not bring it. I did not bring it. But I like the book. The book was very helpful. It was helpful for me for remembering. Um, and it followed the universal laws very well. So I liked that because as I'm sitting here writing a journal for, or like a workbook for universal laws as one of my projects that I'm working on, I liked how it was laid out. I feel like it gave me a lot of good inspo for my workbook, and it helped me to see how one could keep encompassing um, the universal laws. Karen Curry Parker, the author of Inside the Body of God, has created, I think it was 12 or 13 manifesto bullet points, basically. And the way she did the book was you would go back and review. It was basically a review. Each chapter reviewed the previous chapter. So it was kind of like just turning in your mind over and over again. And it was these tenets, these facts, basically, that I live every day. So seeing them in book form, that was lovely. I liked it. I love a good confirmation. Okay. I'm not going to lie. So getting to see it, I was like, awesome. And, understanding that, other people get to see it like how I saw it. Awesome. Here for it. I got to Oh, I cannot remember which tenant this was, but she outlined 4 stages of awakening, like in that creative consciousness realm. And I liked the way that she outlined the 4 stages. So much so that I am now willing to spend about 10, maybe even 15, could be 20. I don't know. If you ask a question, we could go longer. Minutes talking about this idea of the 4 stages. Um, just because it aligned and it made sense. So I'm just going to tell you what the 4 stages were. So I'm just going to read them out. The 4 stages. I haven't quite figured out how to do like a shared screen of like me writing it out, so I'm not going to even try that yet. Okay, but maybe I'll make like an infographic for her because I didn't get an infographic in this book. All right. So stage 1 was the unconscious creation. And then stage 2 was you create your own reality. Stage 3 was you co-create with God. And then stage 4 is you are the divine flow of abundance. Okay. So 4 stages. And she says the at this stage of our development, most of us go through a very neutral process of waking up or remembering our creative potential. Over the last few years, the vibration of the awareness of this waking up process has been growing in dominance. More and more of us are remembering our natural creative power, which is true. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I feel like my job as someone who is helping creators to awaken and align with their creative potential has gotten a little easier. Even though I've only been doing this for like a year, right? But it has gotten a little easier. The verbiage, the mindset is shifting, and I like that. In human design, like Ra-Uhuru, I'm gonna keep on messing up his name. I'm sorry. I feel bad about that. Not disrespectfully, but um the creator of the channeler of human design. He even mentioned that in 2027 there is like a full shift that happens. And I think it has to do with that awakening, right? I would say astrologically, we have kind of entered into an age, the Aquarian age, where we want more freedom in thought. We want more freedom in expression. You think of that Aquarius person, right? They know a lot. They want to be able to be themselves, right? They want to be able to have that authenticity, right? And that's where we're going. That's where we are moving towards, right? Um, and having the that freedom to be able to have that open heart space, even in your job, even in your business, right? Aligning your business with your personal heart space so that you and your business are pointing in the same direction, these type of things, right? So yeah, there has been this like opening, this it's getting more. Like when I ask someone, "Hey, are you aligning with, your true self?" And then, I'm trying, the age I am trying, getting to do the things that I want to be able to do are hard, but I'm working on putting them in. Those are the answers that I get. And I love it. I love it. So she says there are four different stages of remembering our creative consciousness. And I like how she uses remembering because that's really what it is, right? We're remembering, okay? Um, there are, I cannot remember who it was, who says that there's like a certain age that happens, I would say 4 or 5, where we go from like, we know, if you've ever like spoken to a 2 or 3 or 4 year old, it's like they know things. And then what happens is we're kind of, not even kind of, our parents and society, the shoulds, the teachers, the education system kind of forces you into a box, into a sleep mode, right? Don't question, don't touch this, don't change that. This is how it is. This is what you should be doing. This is how you should be doing it. You know what I mean? That happens at about 4 and 5. But before that age, we know who we are. We know what we came here to do. We know what we're supposed to be here for, what our purpose is, how we are supposed to do our mission, and then the noise starts happening. Sometimes we get all the way, like for me, to my 30s and 40s, and then the awakening happens, right? You're sitting there one day and you're like, what am I doing here? How did I get here? Who am I? Why am I having these experiences? Why is this happening to me? Type of stuff. And it's just that's what happens. And so she calls it an awakening. I like to call it an awakening. It's like a coming home type of a feeling, right? Where you come back to alignment with your purpose, with who you are, with where you are authentically. I like it. I'm here for it. And so she had 4 stages. She came through with 4 stages. And so that first stage, unconscious creation. All right. So we know many, many people, okay, in the first stage, right? And I'm just going to put this out there. It is so easy to stay in the first stage if you allow the noise from others, your parents, your boss, your religion, okay, to continually enter, okay? And it's interesting because even like programming, like in the media and like TV and stuff like it's you get those glimpses every so often of what it could be if we actually were awakened. But then they're considered, this is fantasy. You know what I mean? But then we have this what it's supposed to be. Um, Religion does a good job of that. We go to church every Sunday so that we can learn how to be good, uh, insert religion here people, right? Don't question, don't rock the boat. These are my rights. This is who I am entitled to. This is, um, military, this is what I am. This is what I'm entitled to. School, this is where you should be. This is how you're supposed to do it. Do not question. Do not question is very much a pivotal portion of a lot of what we get growing up. Don't ask questions. Don't question the authority. I'm the authority. Do not question me, right? God said it. I believe it. That's all that there is to it. Okay. There's a lot of that. And in that, there is what is called the being unaware of how your thoughts and how your what is it? How your thoughts and vibrations, yes, how your thoughts and vibrations are on the co-creation track. Okay. There is a lot of that because we are told things are happening to us. If we're good, Santa Claus is going to give us a gift, or you're going to get blessings if you're good. If you are bad, you know, hell and brimstone are going to rain down on you, right? If you work hard, you're going to make a lot of money, right? If you um, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, something bad is going to happen to you, right? But it's always this outside force. There's an outside, disconnected force somewhere out there. Okay. And that force out there is what's actually doing the acting. That force out there is what's giving the the rewards, giving the gifts, doing the stuff. We're just kind of like little ants, meaningless beings, and you know, you hear it even, you know, we were just filthy, dirty sinners, just sitting around waiting for, you know, the outside force to give us what we deserve type thinking. Okay. Um, so that's that uh unconscious creation, right? You don't even know that what you are thinking, what you are putting out there, if you're sitting there constantly thinking that you are a dirty, filthy sinner who does not deserve anything that is coming from God to you, and that whatever little meaningless portions are all miraculous, um, so you should just be happy with whatever you get. That is what you're putting out there. That's your vibration. That's where you are. If you're feeling, why is this happening to me? That's what you're putting out there. That's where you are. This is happening to you. That's what you're putting out there. That's where you are. And you can see this if you can look at yourself right now and where you are right now, and how you're feeling right now, your emotions, your feelings, okay, and how you are feeling right now. Take, you know, clear stock, maybe 5 days, maybe 2 days. You know, how have you been feeling? Where are your emotions? What are you seeing? How are things playing out for you right now? Okay. Um, that outward, what you're seeing, look at my head. Yeah, out there is a clear reflection of what is going on back here in the back of your mind, in the pineal gland back there. Okay. You are putting that out there. That's just how that is. Okay. We all, most of us start out here. If you end up with like some parents, I've always wondered how I would be if I had like some hippie parents who told me these things earlier in life. If I got to skip the the phase where, you know, I mean, I get it. I picked my parents, right? But if I got to skip the phase where I was a part of a culture or a group or a community that just was told automatically that whatever I get, that's just what I'm supposed to get. And if I work really hard, if I do my best and say my prayers every night and beg and plead, you know, God is going to grace me with some miraculous thing if I'm good. But if it doesn't happen, that must mean that I've done something wrong, right? But if I skipped that part, I wonder what life would have been like. I don't know. I don't know. It's always fun to muse, you know, see what it would have been like. All right. So second stage is stage two, you create your own reality. So this is where we begin to see that reclamation of like that divine power, you know, um, where we begin to see a different type of relationship with our divinity, with the divine, okay, with whoever you are calling your divine, whether it's your higher self, whether it's God, Allah, Buddha, whatever. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Okay, we don't. I personally, it's not about that. Um, insert whatever you're calling your divine representation. Um, Stage two is where we begin to see a difference in that relationship, right? We begin to see um, a more a subtle shift into acknowledging a almost partnership, right? And that almost partnership starts with things like vision boarding, right? Is that where we get the vision boards yet? Hold on, let me see. It says in stage two, you begin to realize that your thoughts and emotions are creating your outer circumstances. Oh yes, in stage two, that's where you make your lists and your vision boards. Okay, so that's where we are. You're making your lists. You're making your vision boards, right? Um, we hearing a lot about this now, this manifesting, manifesting, manifesting. I'm putting it out there and I'm manifesting, right? We're back on that again. Okay. Um, it's that my thoughts are playing some role. And you may not know what that role is. We just know there's a vibration, there's a thought, and it's playing some role in what you're seeing in front of you right there, right? And that's where a lot of us, a lot of us stop and you be like totally fine. You're like, look, I figured it out. I make lists. I got my vision board going. I've got my house. I've got my car. I've got, the love of my life. I am done. I've done what I needed to do. I have manifested the trifecta. Um, I'm done. Right? Thank you. I did my part. I created. Yay. You know what I mean? Um, a lot of us could end up, just stopping there and be totally fine with it. And if you do, then great. You're done, right? But there are two other stages, right? So stage three is when you co-create with God. All right. So according to Miss Curry Parker, Karen Curry Parker, like I said, I'm reading from Inside the Body of God. Okay. In stage three is when you begin to realize that it isn't just your thinking alone that manifests your reality. After you've experimented in stage two, then you realize that magic and miracles can happen, but manifestation occurs in ways that go beyond what your mind and thought could create. So you get to stage three, and that's when you start realizing um, that it's not just your list making, right? These thoughts and inspirations about how to create things and situations happen spontaneously and without like a lot of conscious intention, right? In stage two, you're like consciously making the list, write it down so that it can happen, right? Putting up your sticky notes, doing your affirmations, it's a conscious, like in your mind, you're conscious of it. You know that this is the part that you're playing. Stage three, there is a shift into this how did you you're co-creating. You begin to see and realize that you've had a thought. You didn't have to even bring it forth in like a list format. You didn't have to write it down. Um, you may have had the what if thought, right? What if this happens, right? And I feel like what happens is a lot of times it happens with fear. And that's why we see a lot of the what ifs that happen with fear happen more. Fear is a very powerful emotion, right? So if you throw a what if on to a fear emotion, then you're going to see that one kind of play out faster, right? And or easier. Um, and it comes typically, you're like, I knew that was gonna happen. Bruh, I told you, man, I knew it, And it's because you created it, but you didn't write it down. It wasn't a part of your vision board, right? But you didn't really realize that you were in the co-creation process, right? You threw something out with a fear. Um, you thought it in fear. Okay. And when you get to stage three, you can begin to, you're more aligned with the fact that even without fear, if I throw something out in love, if I throw something out in heart space of love on a higher vibration, it goes out. You know, what if the love of my life is out there, right? But it's normally those things that you're sitting there and you're like, did I just make that happen? Is that it's a miracle, right? You're like, it's a miracle. um Stage three is you are co-creating, and things are just happening around you, and there is this feeling of oneness that kind of happens, that I don't even know how to explain it. Okay, we talk about this in the soul alchemy circle. um it's 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 a co-creation. So I like that she put it in the book, because I was like, I don't know how to explain it. I really don't. I don't know how to explain it. But if you know how to explain it and you get this far in this video, like you come back and you watch this replay, and it's posted on YouTube, and you get this far and you know how to explain it, I would love for you to maybe put it in words, because I don't know words that would make sense. And it's because when you get to like that a certain point, we have like human words, and human words on non-human ideas is hard, like like when I'm doing divination and it's like, purple sun orb circle rattle, right? And I can put those things together and come up with, okay, this is what I'm trying to say, or when you're just like vibing with somebody and you guys are just sitting there like vibing, and you don't know that you're really like actually having a real conversation. Like maybe somebody from the outside is not really understanding, but you guys have a communication. Okay, consider it like that. You and your deity, y'all have like some type of communication. Hi, Samantha. Y'all have like the communication. Okay, I don't know how to put those things into words, what that is, how that works. Okay, it just is. Sorry, that is it. Okay, so he says, even here it says, the things that you desire to create often have far-reaching positive effects for many people. And that's the thing, we get outside of our little circle, our little orb bubble, our little one, me moment when you get to stage three. Um, a lot of times when you're in stage two and you're writing out your list, it's, I want this, I would like this, I'm gonna have this, I have this house, right? Stage three, you get a little bit wider. Stage four, you're like, we're co-creating. I'm gonna just say stage four is you are the divine flow of abundance, right? And then she says, um, it is challenging to stay consistently in stage four. I will say you do end up going like between a I am co-creating with the divine into I am the flow of abundance. Um, I've had friends who are like, you are love. And I'm like, well, thank you, like you get like this, you are love. Or you're like in a room and then people like just kind of like gravitate, and we're just like, just there, building, this vibe, you know what I mean? Um, but to be consistently in like a stage four, um, putting out heart, divine, stretching vibrations for like your community, for the world, for your world, for your planet, for your timeline, let's say, not even like in a space, like a place, but in a space, like in your timeline, in this dimension, let's say, um, and changing towards the better, it is harder to stay in that situation, like to stay in that way. That's something that like you end up like on the top of a mountain with a gray beard. You are you do not, if I could ever grow a gray beard, right? I'd be like, Asia would have to be like in the top of a mountain, just out away from the noise that ends up happening. Hey, your bills are due. Hey, your air conditioner is not working, type stuff, right? The noise of just being human and sitting away from that. So monks are there, right? They're constantly just sitting, putting out energy, putting out vibrations for a planet, for a timeline, for a dimension, right? Making shifts, and things just kind of happen. And you're like, oh, this just happened. You just feel a shift. You know what I mean? Um, so it is hard to be in stage four, and that would make sense to me. Like to to be able to do such things and live your human life project that you're supposed to be, here to do. But I would say, every so often you get a chance to do it. I will also say that when I play, like do a sound bath, that is when I personally feel closest to stage four. So I would say that I would recommend you find like that part, that point where you can have just little glimpses of stage four. Maybe it's during your meditation in the morning, or your meditation in the evening, um, or whenever you're doing your meditation. For me, like I said, when I am playing, um, I do tend to go into more of a, and it's kind, or even when I've been journeying, and I have been doing a lot more journeying lately since I've been on a shamanic track of learning. So there have been a lot more journeying sessions. And during like those journeying sessions, during those times when I'm like just vibing with the vibration of crystal bowls, right? And just putting out my intentions and just being one and being like inwardly true to who I am without the noise of everything else. Those times have been pivotal, I think, to where what I'm seeing right now. And I think I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's one of those when you get to, at the end of the day, you're like, and she created this and she saw that it was good. That's where we are. Okay. If you're getting to the end of your day and you're seeing something and you're like, it's not good, then you did not follow, you did not know, you didn't do the assignment, right? Um, we're all one, right? And if I'm created in the image of God, and God created something and saw that it was good and then moved on to the next thing, guess what your girl here is doing? She's going to see something, she's going to create something, she's going to see that it's good, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. And then we rest. That's just how it is. So yeah, those are the 4 stages. I can go back over them again if you want. Unconscious creation, stage one. We know those people, okay? We don't want to be there. Help a brother, sister out, okay? I don't know how to even get them to the point where you're like, hey, this is where you are. Then you start sounding like some elitist type. Oh, you are way down here. No, it's hard. We know people who are there. They're just there, okay? Sometimes it just takes people a little longer to figure it out for themselves. Stage two, you create your own reality. That's that list making, that vision board. You're like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and this is happening. You're there. Okay. Stage three, you are co-creating. That's when we're starting to see that we're putting our intentions out with love for not just ourselves, but for the surrounding area, our community, our world, right? Um, we're helping people out with their hey Raider, we're helping people out by using them putting their, their things, into our broadcast, you know what I mean? And then stage 4, that's that, I'm changing timelines. I'm changing dimensional shit, right? We're shifting things, you know what I mean? So that's that. That's where we are. If that made any sense to you, go ahead and let me know. If you go back and you watch this and you're like, you know what? That made a lot of sense, Asia. I'm glad that you read that. It wasn't me. It was Karen Curry Parker. All right. Karen Curry Parker. She is also in on human design, but she's doing some like more soul alignment stuff. She even like kind of changed some human design stuff around. So that's how I ended up finding her. It was like the end portion of my human design deep dive. So that's that. All right, let's see. Where am I reading now? I'll let you know because honestly, I don't know the name of it. Okay. So I just finished. I will let you know. I just finished Anatomy. No, I didn't. Tuning the Human Biofield. I just finished the book Tuning the Human Biofield by Eileen Day McCusick, right? She is also a sound healer. She also uses tuning forks. I had to go ahead and see and incorporate and it's what you do, right? You learn something, you incorporate, you like it, you bring it in and you put it into. She had a lot of good insights, okay? Things that I did not even think about, like how to explain even when I'm doing a tuning fork session on somebody, how to even explain it better. You know what I mean? How to make sure that they are getting the tuning that they are supposed to get, that type of stuff. And so I just finished that one, and now I am on the Energy Codes by Dr. Sue Morter. The Energy Codes, pivotal book. I'm not gonna even lie. The Energy Codes book, like, I don't know how I didn't find it sooner, but I find myself going back over and over again because not only does she kind of talk about, it's an alignment with the chakra system, right? Which I'm here for because we haven't really figured out another way, a better way, to even explain how the energy meridians, like the Great Meridian, works. So chakras work. Chakras, go with it, right? But also just changing your mindset, changing again when you get to that third stage, right? Where you realize that your intentions with your emotions are what you're putting in with your vibration into your field. It makes sense. It just makes sense. So I'm here for it. Anyway, so that's what I'm on. I am also reading some. I like the fairies shifter romance novels with the good lusty scenes. I'm not gonna lie, I like them. I love the idea of now I'm a werewolf. That's always fun. And they're always like werewolves or dragons. You know. Or bears, like the higher order stuff. They seem to have like the best sex lives. So yeah, I'm reading the Forbidden Shifters. I'm on book 3. I think it is book 3 or book 4. I'm on book 4 of the Forbidden Shifters series. Anyway, and great stuff. Great stuff. Anyway, um, and Anatomy of the Spirit by Carolyn Mace, which I have in hard copy format. So that's what I'm on. Um, and I'm learning Blender. So those are things that I'm learning this week. You want to know how a mental projector's mind works? We are basically learning um all week, every week, every day, reading, learning, inputting, and then I just kind of, send it back out to you. I'm just gonna project it back out to you. Okay. You be my sounding board. We're gonna get through this. It's all good. Okay, so I got 10 minutes here before I get to an hour, so I'm trying to hurry up. Okay. For nobody asked the question in the timeline. I did get a good morning from Raider. I love it. He's my trucker friend. So I'm always like, good shout out to Raider. But no, I did not get any questions. So we are okay. I don't know why I thought that said 99. Okay, so we are now on to the the elemental. I'm going to just do an elemental quick reading for the elements for this week. All right. So we got earth, air, fire, and water. I did an elemental sound bath last week. Finally, I finally was able to get an elemental sound bath out the way. Like I did 4 elements: earth, air, fire, water. Okay. We had drums, we had the gong, we had the bowls, we had our voices, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Um, I got good feedback from it. So I don't know how, if when I'm gonna have the next one. I know I'm basically planning September. So, we got to get, September's evening sound bath going, but I was here for it. All right, Earth. Eh, hold on. One of these cards is backwards. Where you go? Where you go? There you go. All right. Air. Air. Fire. Fire. Earth. Air. Fire. Water. You would think I would just pick cards right now as, just but I feel like the fact that I have gone through the cards and then you see me pull the cards and I didn't just make this shit up, right? All right. What do we have right now? Astrologically, there you go, water. We are in the middle of our Mercury retrograde, right? That's pretty much where we are, which basically means I did not expect for this live stream to go on. I'm just like, hey, if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. We'll see, All right. That's all we really have this week that I remember. Let me see. Do we have anything else this week astrologically? No, not that I know of. Hold on. No, not that I. Okay, there's like some transits that are happening. I'm not an astrologer. You got to go find your astrologer friend. Ask them. All right. Anyway, so Earth would be Capricorn, Virgo, uh, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini. Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Earth signs. All right. You've got the Emperor, and it's a very good time for you to make big money moves. Okay. If you are making big money moves, though, remember whatever's going on for you personally. All right. But big money moves are coming. The Emperor, that's that BDE, that big dick energy. The Emperor card, big dick energy card. Okay. Uh, I don't know how else to explain it. All right. You've got some things that are either on the fire, on the burner. You're about to put them on the burner. Use that energy, right? That big dick energy. Like, what's up. Okay. Act like you've been here before type stuff. All right. Make sure you're looking over things though, because again, Mercury's in retrograde. Okay, so don't, like, if you're gonna sign contracts, I personally wouldn't, but if you are gonna sign contracts and agreements, remember right now we are in Mercury retrograde. Sometimes things get shifted, words get messed up, numbers get, whatever. Okay, so just remember that part. But yes, keep the BDE. All right, you've got this. Act like you've been there before. You know what you're doing. Okay, roll in with that energy. You are the emperor energy. All right. Air, we've got Ace of Pentacles. Look. Okay, it's a good money week. All right. There's something that you're working on that Air, you're like, I've been working on it. It's coming to fruition. This is the fruition card. Okay, this is, we have gathered it up and it's coming and being presented to you there, you. Okay. It's being presented to you. All right, what are you going to do with it? Okay, what are you going to do with it? That's the important part. Don't waste this don't waste it. Okay, do not waste this time. Do not look it in the mouth. Be like, oh, let me make sure. Air signs. You guys have a tendency to overthink, to want to analyze, to want to weigh it out. Air signs, that would be my Libras, my Aquarius peoples, and who else is it? Oh shoot. I did it again. I did it again. Earth. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Okay, I apologize. I don't even know why I keep putting Gemini in air in Earth. Okay, Gemini is air. My Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, I do it all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it. It just happens. All right, but I caught it this time, and that's what matters. Okay, I'm going to get help for whatever this issue is for me. It will likely be better one day in life. Okay, just work with me through it. All right, fire. We've got a reversed Knight of Cups. Look, we all know somebody who's going through some like this is okay. So look, the reverse Knight of Cups. Look, he's got his flowers, he's got his love note, he's got a picnic basket, he's got a white horse. All right, he looks scrumptious. He's giving it everything that you're thinking. This is what I'm wanting. Okay, this is the love. This is that emotional energy. This is giving that smooth, operator Barry, I'm gonna go ahead and cover up. Tank's little pee pee was over it, and I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to, let that be. Look, Tank, look, look at that, look at that. Okay, no job. Look at that. No job, no nut, just acting like he worked the hardest shift ever last night. Look at that. Really? Anyway, um, but yeah, understand it's in reverse. Okay, it's in reverse. Be careful. If you're seeing it, you're thinking that it is for you. Be careful. Just be careful. Okay, there's something there that's not supposed to be there. Just something is off. Okay, if there's a red flag, just wait, 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 wait. Okay, just wait it out. You can do this. All right, and water. You're not acting like you are that shit. Okay, you are the shit, and you're not acting like it. Something has you scared. Something has you acting in fear mode. All right, this is a strength card. The strength card, had she been, right side up, it'd be like, look, we are taking it. We are working in it. We are doing strength and grace. We are being our regal lion self. All right. Our regal lion self. Yes. But no, something has happened. Something has you in the back of your mind thinking maybe this is not right. Okay. And you need to find that confidence again, find that key, find that strength. Okay, flip that shit. Okay, be the inner, water. We have these abilities are that are hidden talents. Okay, our emotional hidden talents. Okay, and you're fearful right now. Don't bring out that fear. Okay, we just talked about how we can have thoughts and attach them to fear and they just end up happening. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, be very mindful of your fear thoughts. Okay, that's not where you want to be. Okay, if you're having fear thoughts, find something to change your vibration. I did a whole video on changing and reversing vibration, and how to raise your vibration, um, a while back. You can go find it. If I remember, I'll put it in, as an attachment to this video. But it's very important. Your vibration, the what you're putting out. If you're gonna vibe low in fear, like this card is suggesting, don't make plans. Don't think about things. I don't know how to explain it. Your Vibrational frequency is what's going to reflect what you're going to put out. You can't operate in fear. Operate in fear, the stuff that's going to happen, you're going to be saying, "Man, I knew that shit was going to happen." A lot. Don't do that this week. All right. Try to hone that back in. Do what you need to do. Raise your vibration. All right. That being said, we are look, I just made it to an hour. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right. I hope that this works out well for you. I'm gonna go ahead and put this onto the YouTube. Find it there. If you've made it this far, I am Asia, the Soulful Creatrix. I'm so happy, blessed, grateful, appreciative that you gave me your energy. I hope that anything that I said, something that I said, is going to give you some sort of help on your journey, on your path, on your soul alchemy course. Okay, the course that you are on. All right. If you need to find me, like I said, book me online. You can find me in the description box there. You can always find me online. You can find me in person. Okay, there's so many ways. That's it. Until next time, I am wishing you nothing. Let's go, Tanky. Say Tanky. Say I'm wishing you nothing but love. Ah, yes, love, love, and peace, and many continued blessings. Until next time.